सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Today is the sacred day of Hanuman Jayanti, the day that our beloved Hanumanji came on this earth. He took his sacred form to inspire us how to be the true devotees. His life is the culmination of devotion in actions. He attributed all his ability for his miraculous powers only to the grace of Lord Rama. When asked how he was able to do these great works, he said, I close my eyes and take Bhagavan's name and things happen. Hanumanji reminds us that all that matters in this world is the presence of God. All of our joy, happiness and peace comes in the presence of God. One day, Lord Rama asked Hanumanji, "Oh Hanuman, how I am related to you?" Hanumanji says, Deha buddhya tu dasoham, jiva buddhya tvadamshakah, atma buddhya tvamevaham, esha me nishchita matihi. O Lord, from the standpoint of this body, you are my master, I am your servant. From the standpoint of the jiva, well, I belong to you. You are like a sun and I am like a ray. And from the standpoint of Atma, the self, well, I am you, you are I. Well, in Ramayana, predominantly, there is a character and Leelas of Lord Rama. In Balkanda, well, Lord's Leela as a child. In Ayodhya Kanda, Bhagavan's actings and exploits connected to Ayodhya. In Aranyakanda, Bhagavan's Leelas in Aranyam, Bhagavan's dialogues with the Rishis, his conversations with the Rishis. In Kishkinda Kand, well, all the events around this Kishkinda. Then what happened to Lanka, discussed in Lanka Kand. Whatever happened after the war and also after the coronation of the Lord as Ayodhya king, described in Uttarakanda. In between, this Sundarkanda appeared. Sundara means very beautiful. But how this name Sundarkanda has come? Lanka Kanda, the name has come because, well, definitely what happened in Lanka has been discussed there and therefore Lanka Kanda. What Bhagavan did in Ayodhya, well, that is in Ayodhya Kanda. What happened after, killing Ravana, etc., and after the coronation of Lord as a king of Ayodhya, it's in Uttarakhand. But what is this Sundarkand? Why this name called Sundarkand? Sundar means which is beautiful. So are other chapters not beautiful? All are beautiful because it's all glory of Lord. But all other chapters are based on time and space. Here in this Sundarkand, there is no discussion based on time place. But the most beautiful, the means for gaining the moksha, the freedom for the spiritual pursuit, called Sharanagati, the surrender, is discussed in this Kand. And therefore it is called Sundarkand. Sharanagati, in that the word Sharana means Ashraya, abode, home. Jiva resides in this abode called body for some time, or Jiva may have some other Ashrayas also, but they are not permanent abode. He has to leave them. But once he gains an Ashraya of the Ishvara, well, there is no question of leaving that home. Gaining abode of Ishvara is called Sharanagati. And in this Kanda, the Sundarkanda, there are three types of Sharanagatis discussed. So this Kanda or chapter is called Sundarkanda. First and foremost Sharanagati is the Sharanagati of Hanumanji, which we are remembering today. This Sharanagati is, we call it as a Sharanagati of a devotee, Bhakta, who does not want anything from the Lord. Well, that's how it is. It's a Sattvic Sharanagati, we can say. Actually, Sharanagati of the Lord is seen in a Aranyakanda, but he gets a blessing directly from the Sita Mata So this is the first type of Sharanagati, Sharanagati of the Hanumanji. Second Sharanagati is of Vibhishana, which we call it as a Rajasic Sharanagati. He was a great Bhakta of the Lord Rama, yet he wanted to become Lanka Naresh. The reason is, Ravana fights and he enjoys sense pleasures. Kumbhakarna also fights, revels in sense objects and sleeps. So Vibhishana has to look after the entire kingdom of the Lanka. And when you handle any organization for a length of time, you may entertain a desire of becoming a owner of that organization. Same way, so Vibhishana wanted to become a Lanka Naresh. And so when he surrendered to the Lord, which is of course discussed in a Sundarkanda only, this Sharanagati also. So when he surrendered to the Lord, he expressed this thing to the Lord. Urakachu prathama vasana rahi, prabhupada preeti sarita sobahi. Oh Lord, your current flow of the love towards me was so strong that the vasana in me to become a Lanka Naresh has flown away in that. So that's how we can understand that Vibhishana's Sharanagati is of a Rajasic Sharanagati. Of course, that is also part of Sundarkanda. Third Sharanagati is a little Tamasic Sharanagati. Sharanagati of the ocean, Samudra Devata. Bhagavan requests Samudra, ocean, to give a way to go to Lanka. But he doesn't listen. Then Bhagavan says, if he doesn't listen to my request, well, I will have to threaten him. O Lakshmana, bring my bow and arrow. Then ocean Devata came running. So, and he surrendered to the Lord. So his surrender to the Lord is due to the fear of punishment. So in life, when we feel a very difficult situation and suffers, gets beaten by the stick, a silent stick, there is no sound in the stick of the Ishvara. So we feel hurt at the physical level, at emotional level, at intellectual level. Then we surrender to the Lord. This is a tamasic Sharanagati. So whatever the way a person surrenders to the Lord, ultimately it brings a well-being of the person. Tasmat kenapi upayena manah Krishna niveshayet. This is said in Bhagavatam. So these three types of Sharanagatis are discussed in Sundarkand, and Sharanagati itself is a wonderful thing, whatever may be the type of Sharanagati, and therefore this Kand is called Sundarkand. And there is another reason also for this Kanda to be called as a Sundarkand, inasmuch as this Kanda principally describes the character and exploits of Hanumanji. And you can see Hanumanji's character, which is nothing but having a lot of valor, generosity, and his devotion, his self-mastery, his courage, his discipline, self-discipline, his wisdom, his scholarship, his faithfulness, his understanding of the situations. All this you will be able to understand of Hanumanji through this Kanda. Therefore, this is called Sundarakanda. So, Vidyavana Guniyati Chatur Ramakaja Karibeko Atur. Vidyavan, who is very scholarly. It is said that Hanumanji was knowing 9 systems of the grammar. Even we don't know one system of the grammar. And itself is very difficult. Hanumanji was knowing 9 systems of the grammar. Vidyavan Guni, having all the gunas, sadgunas, all virtues. Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur, and very clever in to handle the situations. All this were there in him. All these things which I said are there. Yet, in spite of all of this, well, you won't see him any ahankara. You won't see any ahankara in him. All the time was very humble. He never said, well, I did this, I killed Surasa, well, I entered into the Lankini, I came out of this, and any other thing, the great exploits. But he has never said, I did it. He always used to say, It's all due to grace of my Lord, my Ishta Devata Rama. Anyway, so you can see his humbleness, his humility also in this kanda. So if we understand all this from the Hanumanji's life, which has been depicted, Hanumanji's character has been depicted in the Sundarkanda. If we want to get a little bit of this in our life also becomes a beautiful Sundaram. So this is another reason why this kanda is called Sundarkanda. And we should always remember that there is no controversy around Hanumanji's character. All other characters of the Ramayana have come under the scanner. Lord Rama, when we think of Lord Rama, even though we say Lord Rama, but we have our own doubts regarding his conduct towards a Vali, his conduct towards a Janaki ji. And of course, he was a controversial in a way. There are certain controversies regarding conduct of the Lord Rama. Janaki ji also came under the scanner by residents of Ayodhya. Lakshman ji, Janaki ji himself doubted his character. Lakshman ji. Bharata, of course, residents of Ayodhya felt that he has constructed a plot against Rama in order to get the kingdom. Shatrugna is all the time with the Bharata. He was not at all active. So we cannot say anything. King Dasharatha's decision is also very controversial. Manthara feels Kaushalya is doing conspiracy. So there is no character in Ramayana which is free from any blemish. Only Hanumanji is the only one for whom there is no controversy. Undisputed character. Living a public life and yet you are free from any controversy, disputes, itself is a very big achievement. Even Vali, who was harassing this Sugriva and who snatched the kingdom and wife of the Sugriva. Then Sugriva had to leave this kingdom with Hanumanji and went to Kishkinda. Then Sugriva basically, went to Kishkinda along with the Hanumanji. And such a Vali, very dushta, we can say, this Vali, when he was about to die, he departed in the lap of Hanumanji. You can think of. So Hanumanji is the only devotee of the Lord Rama who is worshipped independent of the Lord. You will find his temple, Hanumanji's temple, independent of Lord Rama. You won't find a temple of Sita. You won't find an independent temple of Sita or Sitaji, or you won't find a temple of a Lakshmanji, or you won't find a temple of a Bharatji also. But definitely, only you find a temple, not just one temple, temples of Lord Hanuman. Every small village will have a temple. Every nook and corner in the streets of the in big cities, you find a temple of Lord Hanuman. People of the India, our Indians have a lot of Shraddha and they love Hanumanji so much. He is the devotee, only devotee who has a status of Lord. And therefore, on this auspicious day, may Anjani Putra bless you with knowledge, peace and strength. May he guard you against all miseries, all calamities, and wish you best on this day. Oh.